Hello, West Ham family. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned so you're always up to date with the biggest Hammer stories. West Ham have already confirmed important signings, most notably the young Portuguese midfielder Matheus Fernandes, who has been registered in time to be available for the upcoming clash with Nottingham Forest. His arrival, combined with other adjustments made to the squad, seem to consolidate the new shape of the Hammers' midfield. However, rumors emerging in recent hours suggest that West Ham have now turned their attention to Arsenal's Fabio Vieira in a move considered surprising given the timing. The pursuit of yet another midfielder when the club had seemingly already addressed its most evident gaps raises a series of questions about the plans of the board and the coaching staff. Such a late interest can hardly be seen as a simple reinforcement. Normally, when a club decides to chase a player at the very end of the transfer window, it suggests that something bigger may be happening. In West Ham's case, the most discussed hypothesis is that the club is preparing for the departure of an important player, with Lucas Paqueta naturally emerging as the prime candidate. Fabio Vieira's profile also helps explain this move. A Porto Academy graduate signed by Arsenal in 2022, he is a midfielder with excellent vision quality in passing and set-piece ability. Still young, he can operate centrally or out wide, offering tactical flexibility. However, fierce competition at the Gunners coupled with injuries has limited his opportunities, meaning both loans and even a permanent transfer are being considered. Within Graham Potter's strategy, Vieira would fit as a creative piece, someone capable of supplying the forwards and adding more offensive options. While Matheus Fernandes brings energy and intensity, Vieira would add vision and the ability to unlock defenses. The combination of these profiles would give the manager the chance to vary systems and adapt the team to different match scenarios, whether by controlling possession or by exploiting quick transitions. Yet while the move makes sense on the pitch off it, the financial aspect weighs heavily. West Ham have already invested significantly this window and would be unlikely to chase another target without the prospect of balancing the books. This is why the theory gains strength that the board may indeed be preparing for the sale of a high-value player such as Paqueta, or even Soucek, or Aguerd. This type of move reveals two things at once. On the one hand, it demonstrates West Ham's ambition to build a squad capable of aiming higher than simply mid-table stability. On the other, it exposes a certain instability in planning, as the pursuit of last-minute reinforcements can be interpreted as improvisation in response to unexpected changes. With the transfer window entering its decisive stages, new developments are expected to come quickly. West Ham need to act with speed and clarity, not only to secure reinforcements, but also to define the future of their main stars. The atmosphere at West Ham United is becoming increasingly turbulent. After a start to the season marked by underwhelming results and recurring defensive frailties, the London club now finds itself facing a delicate situation involving one of its main centre-backs. Moroccan defender Nayef Aguerd is determined to move on, and according to recent reports has been exerting strong pressure on the board to approve his departure to Olympique de Marseille. Aguerd's intentions are no secret within the club. The defender, signed in 2022 for around $35 million, believes he needs to play in a more competitive environment at this stage of his career. In addition to seeking a return of confidence following West Ham's defensive struggles, the player considers it vital to be at the highest level in order to compete in the Africa Cup of Nations and prepare well in advance for the next World Cup. On the French side, the interest is both concrete and strong. Sporting director Mehdi Benatia, a former Moroccan international centre-back with significant prestige in France, sees Aguerd as the ideal piece to strengthen Marseille's defence. The club's need is clear: to recruit a quick, experienced defender with leadership qualities, all attributes the Moroccan possesses. Benatia is even reported to have reached a personal agreement with the player, leaving only West Ham's approval. to finalize the transfer. Another key factor is that newly appointed coach Roberto De Zerbi also supports the signing. The manager believes Aguerd could be the cornerstone of his defensive line and has been working alongside Benatia to try to make the deal happen. Marseille's interest, however, is not exclusive. Clubs such as Juventus in Italy and Sunderland in England are also monitoring the situation, though the player's priority is to play in League One under De Zerbi's management. Nevertheless, West Ham's stance is far from accommodating. Even aware of the players' dissatisfaction and the pressure being applied, the Hammers board want to recoup a significant part of the investment made just over 2 years ago. The fee paid at the time was substantial, and the internal assessment is that they cannot afford to accept an offer considerably below that amount. Negotiations therefore are expected to be tough, with the London club aiming to minimize its financial losses. This standoff comes at a critical moment. West Ham have already conceded 10 goals in their opening fixtures of the season, raising concerns over the team's defensive consistency. The departure of one of their key centre-backs could, in theory, make matters worse. On the other hand, keeping an unsettled player in the squad may only heighten instability and make recovery on the pitch even more difficult. All of this has made the atmosphere at the London Stadium tense. The fans worried about the results are closely following the unfolding saga surrounding Aguerd. The Moroccan, meanwhile, continues to apply pressure and has made it clear he does not see his future at the London club. A swift resolution is expected, whether through confirmation of his move to Olympique de Marseille or the arrival of another offer that meets West Ham's financial demands. What seems increasingly certain is that Aguerd is unlikely to remain in the Premier League for much longer if the situation drags on, as his desire to leave appears irreversible.